Whew. Guys, sorry I'm late. I had to take a quick shower after that performance. Wow. Completely speechless right now. But South Africa have completed a record chase against Pakistan. It's the highest ever chase against Pakistan in ODIs. And I'm to an extent, I mean, obviously I'm glad that we pulled off the victory. What a match. Probably the match of the World Cup so far. Um, we have to say that first and foremost before we get into all the issues that were shown today. And I'm so glad that South Africa got the victory and they kept their nerve to get those last couple of runs, even though it went right down to the wire. Um, there are some heavy praises that I'm going to be making today for certain players. But there's also going to be some criticisms that I'm going to have, of course, about certain situations that we faced today. But we have to say, congratulations to South Africa for pulling this off. They could have easily just gone into default and actually fully choked. They escaped the choke, as my thumbnail reads. I think that they did escape it. It was very close from that happening. I mean, they ended up doing something that hasn't been done before. Ultimately, regardless of how it happened, that is what happened. So, what a match! There's a lot that we're gonna have to speak about on today's show. It is a call-in show if you guys want to have your say. But before we get going, before we get started, there's a couple of things that you guys have to do. First and foremost, subscribe to the channel. Click that notification bell for all future videos. If you are new to this channel and it's the first time that you are here, also subscribe to Cricket Fanatics Magazine monthly. Every issue is 100% free, straight to inbox every month. Link is on the screen as well as in the description. Show your support for Cricket Fanatics by becoming a patron today. It's also very important that you do so. Link is on the screen as well as in the description. Smash the like button as you guys come in and go to cricketfanaticsmag.com for all your regular updates. I'm so glad that I have an intro because I just need to gather my thoughts before I give a proper review of everything over here that just took place. So let's get straight into today's video. And welcome to Cricket Fanatics Magazine. This is your review show. I'm your host, Khalid Mohideen, and this is the show where we talk about everything that has to do with South Africa versus Pakistan. Now, I know the comment section is going to go wild at the moment and the live chat's going to go crazy. I'm going to try my best to get to everybody's comments. It would be smart of you, if you want me to read your comments out, to hold it back a little bit before I give my intro review of everything that took place. Then I will be able to get to as many comments as possible on today's show. But wow, what a match we witnessed today. This was a pitch that was very good for batting first. That is definitely the case in today's game. We know that both captains wanted to bat first at the toss. And when Pakistan was at the crease, I really thought that South Africa was going to have to chase a massive total of 300 plus today. That was something that I was hoping for. I mean, that's something that Pakistan would have been hoping for. But I think that South Africa bowled quite well, especially Marco Jansen in the power play. Lungi Ngidi didn't look to his best today, but obviously there was no other option other than Lazard Williams to come in and bowl today. But it was a collective, I would say to an extent, a collective bowling performance by majority. I mean, Shamo was just unbelievable today. 4 for 60. He was really good. He was looking for wicket taking options. And I think a lot of people were thinking, at least I was thinking, that 280 plus would have probably been a good score on this particular wicket for Pakistan. Now, regardless of that, it was a good enough score for them to defend with the ball. There's no doubt about that. Because I mean, nobody's ever chased a score higher than this against Pakistan. So it's a record chase from a South African point of view. But with regards to the bowling, there were a couple of things that I was very happy about with today's bowling. We might have given it a little bit away in the middle overs today. We normally are quite decent, but we again allowed a partnership to form when we had Pakistan down. Um, we had Pakistan down about, let me just, 141 for 5 after 27.5 overs. And then we let the game kind of slip away from us between Shakil and Shadab Khan, Saud Shakil and Shadab Khan. They put together a brilliant partnership, and they kind of took the game a little bit they away from South Africa and put Pakistan into a decent position. I mean, Saud Shakil scored 52 and Sharab Khan scored 43. Regardless of Baba Azam's obviously 50 today that he scored and went out. I think that was probably their biggest mistake today, is that they scored runs and then went out. And that was something that was a little bit of a worry for Pakistan's perspective. But in the end, they still got to 270. Now, what was I happy about? There was one thing. I think we bowled much better at the death, funnily enough. Um, and particularly Marco Janssen, I think, in his penultimate over, I think he was very brilliant. I think he bowled a couple of Yorkers, which was awesome, and I think that was something that was different to our approach from previous matches that we've seen as well. I think Shamsi was brilliant in the death overs today. He kept it. He made it very difficult for them to get freebies and runs, and he took wickets, and that was also very important from South Africa's point of view to bowl Pakistan out and not let them see out the full 50 overs. We bowled them out in 46.4 overs. So that was a major positive from a South African point of view. I think we bowled a lot better than we normally would bowl at the death. So there was a positive. I can't praise Shamsi anymore with regards to his bowling performance, because he was on the sidelines, comes back in, and then he bowls absolutely beautifully today, taking 4 wickets, almost got a fifer. I think he was really good. Yes, there was some loose deliveries. Yes, he went to the boundary quite a bit, but that's always going to be a risk with a wrist spinner in any match. So from South Africa's point of view, I think the bowling performance was decent. I think, yes, there's still 19 extras that I don't like. I don't like to see the amount of extras we bowl, no balls, wides, etc. 19 runs to extras again, which we need to tighten up if we're going to go play against New Zealand and India and the top teams. Especially, we have to clean that up by the semi-final and be 100% switched on if we make it to the semi-finals. We are now obviously top of the log until India and the rest play, which is brilliant. It's a brilliant feeling, and I don't think anybody at this particular stage in the World Cup would have expected us to be in the top of the log at any point. So that is a massive boost from a South African point of view, I think, and it's massive confidence from that perspective. Now let's talk about the chase, guys. I can't shy away from it. Chasing is a problem for South Africa in this World Cup. We aren't looking the best when we have to face and chase. And we started off like a house on fire, and I thought, you know what, we are looking good over here. We might we would be able to put on a decent platform between Bavuma and um, but between Bavuma and Quinton de Kock, and I thought perhaps Quinton was looking like he was hitting the ball superbly, and I thought, you know what, we in a good spot over here. And then he played a shot that wasn't necessarily hitting it straight to the field. It's amazing how many times South Africa actually find the fielders that are placed to trap them. Always very, very, very concerning for me that when batters do that. But it's not only South Africa that does that. I think batters in general fall for the traps. That's what traps are set. So it was a bit of a shot that wasn't necessary, especially when you only need like the amount of runs that we needed, like over 5 runs or over. And we didn't, there was no need to go for massive shots every single delivery. A boundary and over would have been good enough today. And I think that's where South Africa maybe got a little bit ahead of themselves, trying to look for big shots and try to swing their bat at everything, when they could have just taken a little bit of more of a, I would say, um, you could say conservative approach, but I would rather like to say maybe a smarter approach would have been just to knock the ball around, find the singles, and then try to look for one boundary per over. Um, Rassi's performance today. I mean, he struggled from the get go to try and get off the mark. Loads of dot deliveries that he faced today. I think that he could have been a lot better. 21 of 39, 39 balls wasn't good. The LBW was a little bit controversial because the pictures that they showed, etc., wasn't the same picture that they ended up with, which was a little bit worrying from a South African perspective. I saw that the ICC did release something regarding that, saying that the first um, pictures that they showed wasn't the correct pictures, and they ended up showing the correct one in the end. Um, but I think that was a little bit of a concern from a South African point of view, that Rassie didn't really get off the mark, and he really struggled to get the ball away. Ended up being trapped. Then Aiden Markram. I mean, what a performance from him today. 91 of 93 balls, 7 4s and 3 6s. Didn't always look his best throughout the innings, but a great 91, a very important 91 to stick around as long as he did. But what was that shot that he played? I mean, that was not necessary with that amount of runs on the board still left to chase. We were okay with being able to knock it around and go and knock off the runs, but we can't necessarily blame him because he put in all the hard work, and I think he just looked at the ball and thought, he could go for it and take a little bit more pressure off him and his partner. He wasn't necessarily thinking of the 100, but perhaps he should have thought about the 100. I think if he maybe took that Kohli approach that Kohli took in, I can't remember in which game it was, he could have gotten a century today, and we could have gotten us over the line at the same time. There was enough balls um, left in the game for him to be able to stick around. That was a little bit of an issue for me, that he didn't stick around till the end. And David Miller not sticking around to the end again was a concern for me as well. That 29. Yes, okay, he shouldn't have fished at the delivery that he got, but he did, and he ended up losing his wicket at a crucial time in the game. Klaasen as well, losing his wicket. No need for that shot as well. Ends up losing his wicket, skewing the ball, and at a crucial time losing his wicket. I mean, with the amount of batters that we have in this team, um, at the time that we lost wickets, it was just at absolutely the wrong time. Marco Jansen put in a good cameo today. I think Gerald Coetzee was decent when Markram was at the crease. And then I think he got a little bit carried away with himself, because obviously he's looking to now take the pressure off the team and try to go for it and then nicking it off. I do think, though, wow, Keshav Maharaj, Lungi Ngidi needs to be commended. I think Keshav Raj, the tail, needs to be commended for the way they stuck it out till the end. Showed resilience, saw off the pace bowlers. Shamsi got so lucky with the LBW that it wasn't given out, and we ended up surviving. That last shot with a 4 from Keshav Maharaj today, phenomenal to actually get the team over the line. But we're sitting here and we're happy as Proteas fans that we got the victory at least. But there's a lot of learnings we can take from this chase. At least we completed one. It's something that we did. That was something that we were struggling with, and psychologically there was a lot against us. And to get over that hurdle, and that's why I say escaping the choke, because we could have easily just done what everybody expected and ended up choking today. But Keshav Maharaj lived up to his name, Maharaj, king. He was the king today. Absolutely the king today. And he held his nerve. He trusted his partner at the other end to take singles, because I wanted him to just face everything and and just stay at the crease, um, and not allow anybody else to bat but himself. But I mean, in the end, he got us over the line. He ended up winning. We won by 1 wicket, of course. And this is the picture of the day for us. This is absolutely the picture of the day. Maharaj getting over that. It could have been easily a repeat of 1999, where the tail and could have um, stuttered and gotten run out at certain stages, but they got us over the line. So I don't want to hear too much negative talk today. Let's be positive, because I think us getting over the line today will give us a belief that that choker tag can be removed from us. We shouldn't think about it anymore because we managed to get over the line in a very tight game. We mustn't forget that this is the highest chase against Pakistan in ODIs in general. There's a reason that people don't chase down totals against them, because when their tails are up and they sniff a chance, they almost always get over the line. Unfortunately, um, we did not fall into that. So I'm happy with the victory. And I don't want too much negative talk today. Let's try to stay positive about this. We can criticize here and there, but I'm really, really relieved about that win. Okay, so let me get into the live chat. There is a lot of live chats for me to get through. Let me try and get through as many of them as fast as possible. Congratulations, everybody. We did it. Death bowling is still concerning. It was a little bit better today, I think. Drama. What was that? Drama, more drama. Unnecessarily almost choke, says Azim. We were in excellent position. Yes, we were. While that wasn't the faint-hearted. Wow, Kish, yo, Doran. We take 2 points and we move. But the way we approach that chase needs to be spoken about. The batters chucking away wickets like it's Christmas. That needs to improve. And I'm sure now that they got this. This is the type of these are the type of matches, right? That you just need to get over the line just to give yourself that extra belief. I think this will spark a fire under all of our batters going forward. And then I think we'll face a chase with a lot more confidence in the next game. This team that tail end fought for this team today, fought for the captain, fought for their teammates, fought for themselves. They showed amazing resilience, and we need to take positives from that today. Crazy how yesterday we were talking about that 1999 semi. It's madness. That's what sport is for, you guys. I love the position approach, the positive approach, sorry, but that doesn't mean we have to be stupid about it. Quinton Temba, Klaassen, and Markram all will have to have a hard look at themselves for how they chucked it away. Miller and Janssen also, Lawrence. Umpire won us the match. That wasn't a wide, and that was LBW from Shamsi. Umpire's call. Uh, Kish was calm all the way at the end. I do think we did enough overall to win that game. We were very good with the ball, bar 10 over spell, and we controlled the chase, bar a few wickets we gave Pakistan. We never give up, and that's the positive. And that is a massive positive, that we didn't give up, that we still believed until the end. I almost gave up. I was running around, I was walking around, pacing around. I was nervous as hell. I mean, I wish you guys would have been with me watching this game. It would have been crazy scenes. Quinton Cock and Temba are not at fault. Quinton 9 out of 10 times hits that shot perfectly for 6, so he was confident with that. And Temba needed a way to score quickly as he's playing slow in most games. That's not a performance that's going to win us a World Cup, and it's not, definitely not. But it was a massive positive going for the belief part of it. We will know where we went wrong over here, and we need to improve. Shama also rightfully man of the match. He was brilliant today. That wicket of Babar and Iftikhar saved us around 50, 60 runs, most probably. He must play every game going forward. Still waiting on Temba Bavuma to get runs, though. We're all waiting for Temba to get runs. He needs to get them quickly. Temba needs to make some big runs in the upcoming matches. Lorenzo says, all I'm going to ask is, when are we going to have the conversation? Shamo was awesome. While a win is a win, but honestly, I'm finding it hard to be happy about it. The same issues once again. Shamsi and Rob are answering the critics in style. However, this match exposed a lot of our frailties. Need to work on the, I don't know what the complete of that the completion of that sentence is. Pakistan strategically placed a deep square for a reason, and Quinton obliged. That's poor execution. Temba had no pressure on him and did what he did. He scored was 66 for 1 in 9 overs. Just bat fine margins, I know. All you have to do is to bat. And yes, he played the wrong type of pull shot. That was the type of pull shot you play of a shorter spin delivery. He used the technique of angling his bat down rather than opening up that face and really hitting away from his body, across his body, to free up. He kind of hit that ball like you would hit a spinner that is bowling a little bit short. So it was a poor shot selection over there. Lorenzo is not happy with this win of all. Of course, you're not, Lorenzo. I didn't expect you to be. All the ultra positive people will hype this win as if it's next thing coming by. We are absolutely crap in that chase. No pressure on us, but we mini hashtag mini choke. We got over the line at least. I'm just happy we got the win. We can't not be happy that we got the win. I'm not happy about the performance in the end. Particularly, I'm not happy about that chase. We should have had full control of this match. 100%. Markram shouldn't have lost his wicket when he did. Um, Klaasen shouldn't have. David shouldn't have. Rassi didn't look in shape. Poor shot selection from Quinton de Kock and Tim Bavuma. Um, Marco Janssen didn't need to go for the same shot again. He could have just remained calm. I think that chase between that the approach between Markram and Aiden. I mean, Aiden in some cases was trying to swing to at too many deliveries. It was a singles game. Just knock the ball around. He needed 4 under 5 and over. I mean, that was the crazy thing for me, is that the approach was still ultra aggressive, where we could have just knocked the ball around, got ourselves to the last 20, and then go for it. But I mean, we didn't even need to go for it. That's the thing. We just needed to knock the ball around, and that's why I said so. I said if we chase today, we need to play how we play when we start the innings, when we bat first. Trust the basics and play the situation, man. Don't try and force things. And we tried to force things today, and that's why we lost so many wickets so quickly. Bro, why are we being such critics? We won. Let's just enjoy the games. Scanlon, with this win, we are almost in the semis. Anyone knows who and when we're playing our next game? Um, I have it open for you right now. We do play New Zealand next, if I'm not mistaken. Let me just open it up. Why is it not opening? We play New Zealand next on the 1st of November. So, whew, yeah, it's going to be a tough match, that one. Definitely going to be a tough match, that one. Although it must be said that most people aren't aware of this, but the last 4 games in Chennai have been won by the team chasing. But there's a caveat. This game and New Zealand versus Agami were only 2 games. Played a different pitch at the stadium, and in both cases, because it was faster pitch, it was difficult to score and chase on. So yes, we do have major problem, but I think the pitch we played on exacerbated these issues today. Well played, Aiden Markram. Almost near to choking. The best match in the World Cup so far, 100%. SA nearly choked again in the World Cup, but they narrowly escaped this time. But teams now know the way to beat SA is to make them bat second, and thus SA must win the toss if they don't want to bat second. Shamsi and Giri Maharaj batted with a lot of common sense. Why is Morkel coaching Pakistan? Why every batter was throwing the wicket? Why were they playing so reckless, trying to hit for no reason? That's what I just mentioned right now. The bowler says, what a match, fantastic character and bottle from the Proteas. Kesh outstanding to keep his composure. This is starting to look like South Africa's year. Bold statements. SA not choking, Markram being consistent. Earth is healing. Why do batters become reckless, horrific shots? They need to work on that. Quinny and Markram played well. Only Currently Markham played only way talented players can play, but I'm still disappointed by that Aiden shot when Marco was already gone. Me too. Markram was playing a lot of risky shots in the end. He should take a leaf out of Kohli's book. Yep, that's what I just said. Klaassen, while chasing, isn't at his best. Are we still going on with the you can't drop the captain in a World Cup narrative? Riza in 2 matches looked better and scored more runs than Temba in 4 games, yet Riza continually gets overlooked by fans. We've spoken about it plenty in this particular on these particular shows. Um, Markram and Miller were lucky during their partnership. Markram played a shot to get out, says Shatil. With regards to bowling, New Zealand and India will be aware of our weaknesses. We need to work on it. How much can we work on it until the next game? That's the question. 20 million people was watching this match only in India. Pavuma looked good for a couple of boundaries, but couldn't comprehend his hyper aggression. Riza looked much better to me. Marco Janssen is the best new ball bowler in the tournament, by the way. He's been excellent yet again today. Yes, he's bowling brilliantly with the new ball. Wesley says we have to talk about the performance of the young guns. Marco Janssen, Cheryl Kutsia. Have we ever had such an amazing young talent? They have been a revelation in the bowling. Mentality is brilliant. Has been absolutely brilliant. How they've taken to this tournament, like they've taken to this tournament and they look like things don't phase them. This is why I said holidays they need to chase. They have to keep chasing the moment they win the toss, get used to it before the semis. Could see his wicket of Rizwan was huge and Shamo, wow. But you see now, Chatil, that gives us the opportunity to maybe chase in one more other game. You know, if we can beat one of New Zealand or India, then we can maybe try a couple of things against Afghanistan. You know, and before that semi, have basically a practice match against in the semis, before the semis. I mean, if we can get victories against India and New Zealand, that will be even greater. Could see his wicket of Rizwan was a huge and Shamo, wow, rock today. Maybe Rabada should replace Lungi and Shamo should be retained. Shamo should be retained in majority of the pitches now that we play towards the end of this tournament. Mickey Arthur can do one as well. Loved how he looked after the game. SA have to get out of their comfort zone, batting first if they are to win the World Cup. Kerry goes to Aiden Markin. Apart from him, no batters who played with responsibility. This win really eye-opening for SA. If they don't learn, then never. Pakiman did bowl out of their skin and fielded exceptionally well. They almost gave everything they had, and they did. They definitely did. Hope Aiden would learn from that shot. Was not required at all. Klaassen could have gone for a bit less risk, like the game against England, and that is something that I hope that they do. They need to learn from this quickly. Khalid, one of the things that needs to improve is our running between the wickets. In previous tournaments, bad run outs has cost us. We got lucky with that versus Pakistan. They missed a lot of chances. It's something that I've said we've been had to work on for the last 2 years now. I mean, even in the T20 game, we needed to work on that. It's something that we need to improve because we put ourselves under so much pressure when we face those dot balls because then we have batters that are trying to look for particular runs and we're trying to look for shots that aren't there, and that is a problem from a South African point of view. If we can improve that running between the wickets, it will take a lot of pressure off everybody. I think particularly Temba and Quinny up top. I think they need to work on their finding the gaps, taking pressure. Because if they can knock that new ball around and continuously rack up runs, they will and continuously rotate the strike. It will make it a lot harder for the rest for bowlers to get on top early in the game. Balai says, Cricket Fanatics, I'm watching cricket from 2018 and there was a downfall, but since 2022 Cricket World Cup, there is a rise in the team. Is this the result of Bavuma captaincy or something about the application? I think it's got to do with the team spirit that they've built. These players undoubtedly like each other. There's no doubt about that, and they also get along very well, and also they believe in each other's abilities more than than the fans sometimes believe in these players' abilities. That's the one thing that I think stands out with this Proteas team. They There's a lot of fighters in this team that put their hearts on their sleeves and play for this country through and through and show the passion. We saw that with Maharaj today. I've always spoken about Maharaj's mentality, and for him to remain calm at the end and get those last couple of runs, and especially that last boundary, hats off to him, because he's been a magnificent revelation for South African cricket, I would say. He's added a different dynamic and belief in this team and the dressing room and the way he is as a player. I love his mentality and I love his attitude. And it's something that I hope that we can continue, that he can continuously bring the fire into this team. Lorenzo, prominent people on the show always say, don't look at overall stats, look at current form. Then those same people said that Temba has a better ODI career than Riza, forgetting who's in form now. Um, I mean, how do you rate form over game, over a run of games? Depends how you rate form. I love Riza Hendricks, and I was one that said that he should have played in the previous game. Um, and they gave him an opportunity. Um, and yes, he failed in that match, but we can't deny that Timba captained very well today. There was even that wicket by Shamo. I can't remember which one it was, but they put in he was Shamo didn't want to slip, and um, Pavuma insisted put a slip there, and then he took a wicket instantly. So Bavuma's captaincy is important, and I agree with you that he needs to score runs. Um, and it's a difficult one between the two of them. And I would support either one that they play between the two of them. So I have to believe in the players in this team ultimately, that and in the coaches, that are going to make the right decisions. And Bavuma didn't look bad today. He played a poor shot and he went out. So there's no way in knowing that Riza is going to perform. Um, and there's no way in knowing whether Timba is going to perform. You have to take a risk either way. And South Africa decided to play him. And whatever team they put out, I'm going to support him 100%. Riza has been unlucky. I agree. It's very unfair what's been happening to him. But that is the situation at the moment, unfortunately. Harley Shamsi was brilliant in the death overs today. He did what he did for us, picking up wickets when the opposition tried to up the run rate. That saved us a lot of runs. Feel for Markram. No one talked about him and his innings in the post-match presentation neither. Shamji nor Bavuma. His innings won us the game, although he played a silly shot. But he should be appreciated. He should be appreciated. It's a very good knock. He's in great form. And besides the shot that he played to go out, he was brilliant today. Khalid, bro, Temba's form is really worrying. SA already have a long tail, so Temba must contribute with the bat. And I agree, there's pressure on Temba now to perform even more. SA making easy wins so tricky. Credit to Aiden Markram. It was not an easy win though. 270 is a very good score on this pitch. And also, nobody's ever chased 270 against Pakistan. It's the highest chase in ODIs against Pakistan in general, not only in the World Cups, in general. So it wasn't an easy chase, but we did make it a lot harder than it should have been. To be honest, Aiden are playing more captain knocks than Temba in this World Cup. As I said, I love Temba, but we can't have any sentiment in this World Cup. Esha somehow escaped from grand choking. Kudos to Maharaj for that cool head under immense pressure. Bowling was bad from SA. Once again, finding it hard to finish off the tail. I think we finished off the tail a lot better today. That was my assessment of it than we normally do. There wasn't a lot of runs put on between, if I remember correctly, there wasn't a lot of runs put on um, towards the end of the match. I mean, we took the number 8, 9, and 10 wickets pretty quickly. We finished off the tail actually pretty quickly today. It was that one partnership that took the game away from us, that middle over partnership that took the game away from us between Sharab Khan and Shakil. That was damaging to us more than the tail this time around, from my assessment. Mona Moko looked like he enjoyed watching this deep down inside. Um, yeah, he did definitely. Uh, the ones who want Pavuma dropped are mad. He's brilliant as a captain and he's looked in good touch, unlike the World T20 last year. I mean, he's it's been unlucky ways that he got dismissed as well. Um, Unfortunately, Rassi has 150 in the World Cup, my friend. Um, Rassi still has another 100, I think, or 50 in him in this tournament. That's what I think. Um, he's struggling a bit today, and he struggled a bit in the last game, but I think there's still some runs coming from Rassi in important games. SA has shown all their opponents that they can be beaten if SA is asked to bat second, and the top teams will be more ruthless than Pakistan. I think our chasing's got a lot to do with confidence and self belief. I don't think it's got to do with ability. Now, it might be a very controversial take, but I think it's got to do with a mentality and that you can see panic creeping. But I think getting over the game the way we did, um, the way we did today, getting over the line when we could have choked, I think that gives us I think that will give us something different today. No fan calling. It is a fan calling. The link is in the description if you want to call in and have your say on the show. I'm just going to some of the latest chats here now because I've went too far back. Um, Let me just start over here. Um, our bat first big hitting has given our batting a narrow mindset, which they can't escape when we need to be sensible. Amigo just gives exciting faces. I watched the match live, while it was amazing, and I was extremely nervous. I was extremely nervous as well. Honestly, I missed Andrich when we were bowling. I've been missing Andrich the entire tournament. There was a time when we just let the game drift. We can't be negative on Quinny. We can criticize everyone else, not him. Did people expect 400s? Yeah, I mean, I'm not very critical of Quinny. I mean, there's going to be certain matches he's not going to perform. We can't expect him to score 100 every game. Janssen looks like 200 ODI match experience. Yeah, the man's amazing. Pakistan bowled extremely well. I wonder where was Pakistan before this match. I really want to know what Janssen said to Rizwan. I think everybody would like to know. Was Markram's shot on? I would have preferred if he played it safe. I think he should have. I think it was the incorrect shot to play. We won with our backs against the wall. You need ugly wins to win tournaments. We showed that we can do it, and we do it as a team. This was an improvement from the Netherlands game. My only problem with Rassi is that he doesn't have that fuff game to avoid dot balls when boundaries are not coming. This goes to Bavuma too. And Rassi's only been dismissed by spin. 6 times he's been dismissed by spin in this tournament, so that's a concern for me. Couldn't wait to give Riza out. Paul Rifle couldn't wait to give Riza out. Pack all players, Riza out or Rassi out. Players weren't even appealing. Oh yeah, Rassi out. Appealing yet, and he already raised his finger. He probably thought he was going to do Australia a favor. That whole decision was just off. Hats, hats, hats off to Keshav, is a legend. Palai is on the money. Temba has done well with the atmosphere he's created. But there's been a hell of a lot of talk about the impact Temba's had in the dressing room and the belief he brings to the team. There's been a hell of a lot of talk about that. We could hear Markram even speak about it when he took the captaincy as well. Yeah, he goes into a shell sometimes. I thought Pavuma field placements today was spot on, and so were the bowling changes. He was brilliant as a captain today. What was the shot from Aiden? Schoolboy error, very disappointed. Aiden should have finished the match. He has to show better game awareness if you want to be great like AB or Virat. Bowling still is a concern, no balls and wides, just the extras of a putrid. Keshav, our savior. Avin says, Khalid, bro, thanks a lot to you for the continuous shows. It allows diehard Proteas fans like me to express my opinion, and it also promises SA cricket. Kudos to you. Promotes SA cricket. Kudos to you. Thank you a lot, Arvin. That means a hell of a lot to me that you made a comment like that. That's what I mean. That's all I'm trying to do is to give fans a platform to be able to express their opinions because no one wants to listen necessarily to fan opinion. We often get this a lot in media, etc., when it comes to giving opinions, etc. Almost like we don't understand or know the game. Kesha brought a proper Durban curry to the home of curry today. I loved Marco Jansen smashing Haris Rauf. Thought I would have preferred to see more calm, conservative game. Um, SA batters need special treatment. I think mentally approach costing SA. It's something. I think it was a mental block we needed to get over. We just needed to get over that line in a pressure situation. How it happened doesn't matter. I think the way it happened today, I'm hoping will really spark life into us. Um, it reminded me a little bit, I couldn't really say that, but it also reminded me a little bit of the way Man United used to sometimes win games back in the day. We'd play horribly the whole game, and then just suddenly in the last minute or so, we'd get a scrappy goal or get over the line. And it just started building a belief within them that they could do it all the time. Now, we were faced with a daunting history and ghosts of the past that we were going to choke again in this match. That was the understanding. I think that would have been the belief of many people around the world. Here comes the choke. But we didn't choke. We got over the line, which is the most important thing. Khalid Maharaj looked very flat today with the ball, and he is not able to pick up wickets in the middle overs like Sharma or Tahir because they're very different bowlers. Maharaj is not a wrist spinner. Maharaj is a finger spinner. And generally speaking, they are not always wicket takers. We can't compare Maharaj to Sharma and Tahir. They're very completely different bowlers. It's like comparing Dale Steyn to um, think of another bowler quickly. It's like comparing Dale Steyn to Morne Morkel. They're very completely different bowlers. Aiden should have finished the match. He has to show better game awareness if he wants to be great like AB or Virat. You see that already? You said that 3 times now, Tex. Man, it almost gave me a heart attack. Bro, I had to take a shower after the game. Uh, Riza Hendricks only averaged 30 in his ODI career. Bavuma averages 50. Stop the agenda, says Wesley. Eden should have finished. Okay, again, Tex. Why are you saying the same thing? I've read it out. Bro, I've read it out. I've read it out. People need to have faith. Temba Bavuma, he averages 15 ODIs. Back your captain. Um, Abe himself. In fact, all captains have batted poorly this World Cup so far. Okay, Babar got a couple of 50s now under his belt, but majority of the captains so far haven't really batted that well. AB himself has failed to finish matches like 2015 World Cup versus Pakistan, 2013 second ODI versus Pakistan, etc. Temba Kolisi, the man with the armband. Win will give us great confidence going forward in the tournament. Excellent captaincy and field placements by Bavuma. One of our top three needs to bat through whenever we chase, 100%. One of the number 1 to 5 batters must try to stay till the end to chase. Respect Lungi. Very impressed Marco's batting. Khalid, I think that Temba might be the type of captain that is willing to take the shots from the media and fans in place of the team. And maybe that's one of the reasons why the players respect him. Like a Teta in a way, says Dita. Proteas won in Fergie time today. Yeah, 100%. Amit says Markram and Rasi should exchange their batting position. Rashi gets stuck in the power play against quality pace. Markram can keep scoring. I think it's the spin that actually bogged him down more today. What was those shots by Bavuma, Aiden, and Klaassen? Khalid, I didn't watch the last hour of the match. Doesn't have the nerves. Didn't have the nerves to watch these. Yeah, at 250 for 7, I honestly thought we were done. That's where Aiden got out with 20 still needed. Phew, guys. It's crucial we don't finish fourth when we could play India. If we don't beat them, most likely with our run rate, we should finish at least third. Games is high Khalid. Where is the viewing parties when we inevitably make semis? Um, I think you're based in. I'm down the road, Rondis. Please let us all know. We'll try to take off work. uh, Marco's Yorkers were good in death. Who gets dropped for Rabada against New Zealand? Not Kutsia, Shamsi, maybe Ngidi. Let's not be harsh on Aiden, though. Guy single handedly nearly finished without him. Game is gone. Ngidi should get dropped for KG, says Sanjay. This win feels like a lose to me. SA did exactly what we expected them to do when bat second. It's like they not sure how to go about things when chasing. They put us right, batting second. Don't sit them well. Now, look here. From my perspective, it's the chasing problem is not a performance based, like a technical thing or performance based thing. I think it's a mental thing, 100% a mental thing. And usually, when sportsmen get over the line in games that they shouldn't, it can just change the narrative all around and make you start to believe that you can do things. Because the fact that the tail end kept their calmness might give inspiration to the top order batters. And I think Miller not hitting his strides 100% yet could favor us towards the latter stages of this tournament. It's just how cricket is. It's about the momentum. He has to, like, he just has to score at some point. And if Pavuma has to, with that average, he has to score at some point. Hopefully, it's against New Zealand. Hopefully, it's against India. Hopefully, it's in the semi-finals. And crossing my fingers in the final. Timmer needs to learn how to call the toss. That's the only way we can win. Oh, let's be honest, Lungi doesn't have the fitness to bowl in those hot conditions. I watched my son play cricket tournament today. Was glued to my phone with the score on Cricket Info. Was shouting at my son's team and my phone. As soon as Aiden got out, I knew it would be a nail biter. Yeah, what a game today. Guys, my nerves are shot. I am happy with the win, not happy with the performance as a whole. Great performances here and there. But ultimately, I'm very happy that South Africa got over the line and did not choke in this match. And kudos to Keshav Maharaj for getting this team over the line and getting a victory for South Africa. Um, we needed this luck to change that mentality of that choker's tag that was starting to creep in. I know that mentally they were probably rocked, and we needed this type of victory to just abolish that particular thought processes coming in. We have to believe. We have to. Guys, thanks a lot for tuning in. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, click the notification bell for all future videos as well. I want you guys to also please subscribe to the channel and download the latest issue of Cricket Fanatics magazine monthly. Every issue is 100% free straight to your inbox every month. Become a patron to show your support. Smash the like button, comment, and share, and go to cricketfanaticsmag.com for all your regular updates. I will be at the domestic cricket final tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow between Western Province and Northwest. Going to be free entry. If you're in the Western Province, Cape Town region, please come over and say hi. It would be awesome to see you guys in the stands. Real G says, as a cricket fan, though, this is the best game in the tournament by far. As a Proteas fan, it was hard to watch. Congratulations again, Khalid, bro. Only Shamji and Keshav were calm. Thanks a lot for watching, everybody. I hope you guys enjoyed the show, and I'll see you guys again very, very soon with another daily show. Stay safe. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Peace out.